Howdy folks, welcome back to Vintage Story. I'm in my new bedroom up here at the Manor. Oh my goodness. Let's get our perspective back in order here. So yeah, this is one of the front rooms in the Manor. And you can see I've got some more torch holders made to light the place up. So it's starting to get a little more of a settled in look to it. Been doing a little rearranging here in the kitchen. Still not 100% happy with this, but it works for now. I am really happy with the little stove setup I've got. And the smoke actually goes up and comes out the chimney. Now, I was going to knock this out. Let me knock this out. Because it took me a while to get this so it'd work. So it'd both seal the room and let the smoke through. So I don't know what the exact ratio of voxels is, but this is what ended up working for me. I had to close it off a little bit at the bottom, but that works for me. I don't know what the exact measurements need to be. That's what I arrived at, and it works. You can see this is considered a house now. It's all sealed up. I've got my little water access there. I just threw a wooden slab in just to give it a little bit of a kind of a different look. And I moved the juicer over here. I got some shelves with some crocks ready to go. Some food on standby. Speaking of food. That up. Let's go down to the cellar. I've done a little work on that. I've got a door. I've got a little inset torch here. Just to give us some light. And we're starting to get some food stored here that's fresh for about 3 months there. And I do want to fill this up eventually. We're going to have 2 more clay vessels, and then this side will have shelves as well. And then I think that will be plenty of storage. Right now, I've just got a little bit of spelt in there. Nothing much going on in the cellar as of yet. But with the fat we got from the goat in the last episode, I think I'm going to be able to finish up my power train for the smithing. Not the smithing, but the Helvhammer. This is the powered mechanics room. I've got this bottom gear here. And then this axle goes all the way up to the top to the windmill. Light breeze. Yeah, with the gentle breeze, it's starting to blow. Need to get some more sails once we get a new flax harvest in. And I like the fact that snow drifts in. That's kind of cool. It's just one little hole up there. I want to make that probably 10 blocks taller, but I don't have the fat to make more axles. Wooden axles take a fat, but we need to make a set of ankle gears. I think that takes fat. Maybe not. If it doesn't, we'll make a shaft. But anywho, so this is going to power probably a kern here. I may end up pushing this room over more. The plan is to have the Helvhammer over here. So we're going to have a axle, clutch, Helvhammer. To go in here. I don't remember the exact dimensions of it, so this room may have to get bigger, but you can see I put in some supports because it's a little iffy. It's a little iffy here in the middle. with the cave-ins, I may end up putting some support pillars in, especially if I need to open this up more. But anywho, let's go see if we can make an angled gear, and I need to make some doors as well. So I've changed the way you access the front. The second part of the second story of the front. So you come up through that angle there. And then here to this side, this is going to be kind of a big storage room. I plan to have a lot of chests and stuff in there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this room yet. It's basically just the chimney room. So the chimney goes on up. Those chiseled blocks, just like the one I knocked out. So we'll do something in there. Maybe that'll be the armory or something. And I want to do a lot more decorating and greebling and all that good stuff. But that's what we got for now. Let's go see. I've got my hammered chisel and a resin. Let's head back over to the smithy. So my little house here is basically the smithy now. I'm going to turn off the numbers there. Once we're done spelunking for now. So let's get in here. And I want to take the pelts over to the Manor, so we'll pop those up. And we're probably going to need a saw. That might not have enough durability on it. Ooh. might have to craft a new saw. I'm just about out of sawness. My shears are about, yeah, we need to do some crafting as well, but let's see if we can actually get the angled gear made. Pretty sure we need a chunk of wood. I don't want to use my larch for that. I'm going to save that for some decoration. Let's just grab some maple. Maple? No, maple. I do believe that will work. I think we need fat. Let's take a look. Angled gears. Yeah, we need chisel, we need a saw, fat, resin, any kind of log. Chisel, we need our hammer. Oh, we need a couple sticks. That, and then saw. There we go. Okay, good. We can actually make that. Beautiful. Will that be enough? I don't remember for sure how the big gear connects up. I might need one more shaft down, but I don't think so. And then the next big thing is going to be kind of a massive terraforming project, but we'll talk about that later. Maybe not even this episode. It's a little hard to tell with the snow, but that's the new roof outline. I'm pretty happy with it. This windmill tower is going to be probably at least another 10 blocks high, eventually. And I need to do a lot of decorating. I kind of wish I'd made the front part here an even number of blocks. Because looking at the gate blocks, they're all 2 blocks wide. So, yeah. For now, the door will work. But anyway, let's go put the angle gear on. And then we're going to make some doors, which I forgot to do. Can I do that? I don't remember how we put this on. Oh, I may have to move this over 1. Gears are always tricky. Yeah, I'm going to have to... Okay. I'm going to have an axle here, so this needs to move over 1. But let's talk about the big gear. Just in case you haven't seen these before, these take a huge number of resources. So the large wooden gear is made from 4 of these sections. Hello? There we go. So you have to make 4 of these large gear sections, and each one of those takes 5 boards, 2 resin, 12 sticks, and then durability from a hammer, chisel, and saw. So you have to make 4 of those, and then you take all 4 of those, plus 24 more boards and an axle, and you get this large wooden gear. Yeah, I think if I put an axle right here, then it'll make the 90-degree, and it'll start turning that. I might actually need another angled gear. Need more fat. I'm gonna have to do some hunting. Actually, let's go up top. I don't think I've shown the top of this. So we're up in the base of the tower now, and you get the door for here. Can't even get out when the snow is tall. And I need more ladders on the back side here. That. Yeah, so I need one of these axles. And then I think it will automatically put a gear. Maybe? It's a little tricky. Some of this stuff's automatic, some is not. Anywho, this is going to get taller. I just need to make more axles. So windmill spins, turns little gear, which turns big gear, which turns big gear down below, which will turn more little gears. So this ends up being a 1-to-1 to the machinery. That makes sense. It's just an easy way to transmit power down, and it looks cool. Plus, we can eventually get windmills on all 4 sides up there. Be the plan. Okay, well, we can't make any of the more gear stuff because we need more fat. So let's go make some doors, though. We need 4 more doors. And then I'll show some more stuff that has changed. I want to talk maybe about the beehive project. Need to make more shovels. I need to make more tools. There's just so much to do. So much to do. First order of business, though. We need doors. So let me grab some boards. Did I use up all my boards? My planks? Looks like maybe I did. Okay. Well, let's go get some logs. I've been using the pine logs just to make like general stuff. I've got 288 of them, so that ought to be enough. Let's make planks. Actually, that should make plenty of planks. Yeah, because we get 12 from each one. There we go. Those poor saws, they are just about out. I don't think I even need any hardware for the doors. I think we just need the planks. As you can see, I made a bunch of brass to make some brass torch holders. Used up that zinc we got. Well, I did use it up. I used some of the zinc. Okay, I want a door here. A door here. So we want this, and 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to need at least 4. So let's make 4 for now. And then I think it puts it on the outside of where you click, right? No. Not. Puts it next to you wherever you click. There we go. Now we have doors. I saw there's a mod that will automatically close doors. That might not be a bad idea. And then, so I just wanted to match. These are inset in the hallway. They're kind of flush with the hallway. So shall do it that way. And then I know that's not sealed, so we don't really need a door here, I don't think. But we will get a door for the outside here. Then I kind of need a... I want a stair there. Yeah, let's go grab some blocks. I think I've got all that down here. So this is going to be kind of a random episode. We're just doing a bunch of work around the manor. So let's grab these. And we'll grab the... Do I want windows up there? Maybe. So we'll grab the windows as well. This room isn't sealed to the outside, so it's not considered a cellar or anything. This means we will get cold in there in the wintertime, so... I think there was a mod I had in my last series that you could have an axle in a solid block. But in vanilla, you can't pass power through, as far as I know. Let's do this. Let's have this just be like its own platform. Stairs that go up to it. Yeah, gives it a little bit of interest here. And then I know it looks silly having the ladders, but it saves a lot on ladders. I don't think I thought about building a roof over here, but I think I'll just leave that be until we get the extra height we're going to have. Do I want windows in here? Maybe. Just to let some light in. Add some visual interest as well. Let's see, that's going to be right where a ladder is, right? Yes. Let's not do that. A lot of this dirt's going to go away as well. Kind of level off this hill. It's a work in progress. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet with this roof line. It kind of ends as a cobblestone and then goes right to dirt. It's not the greatest, but we'll figure it out. I've been quarrying over here, as you can see. Let's put this stuff back. Go take a look at some other stuff. The snow is getting really deep. It's actually hard to move in some areas. Put those in there. I'm going to put the hammer and the chisel back. Keeping them up here. The saws, yeah, those are about done. I don't have room there. Don't have room there. Okay, awesome. Wait, what's that? That's a line. We can take that with us. It doesn't need to be up here. And then I'll throw some boards in there. Oh, wait, got multiple copies of them. Let me out. There we go. Keep all those together. The line can go down to the leather working station. Let's head down that way. And I've been doing some work on the garden. I've got it expanded and kind of trued up so it's an actual shape, not just kind of random. Got a retaining wall there, just of packed dirt. And we got a bunch of stuff going on here. We got lime water, you're good. Got strong tannins done, you're done. These guys are all busy soaking various hides. So this is all at least medium fertility. There was a little bit of high fertility down here from before. And like I said, it's all squared up. I'm going to finish up this retaining wall piece. Now, I know people always say to put fences around your gardens. Don't think I've ever had a rabbit or anything in my gardens. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It just has never happened to me. So until I see rabbits in here, I'm not gonna really worry about it. Nothing has been attracted in here, so our poor little ram is still lonely. I want to get this a little more formalized as far as like the storage for the garden and whatnot. I might build a little garden shed down here. The leather working is probably going to move at some point, but for now I can just sit there. So lots of projects galore. So massive terraforming. I kind of want to basically fill this in. It's kind of my thought. With eventually probably having my fields, possibly even my animals up here below the manor. We shall see. And I might even move this, although I put quite a bit of effort into making this. So it may just stay here. I don't think the animals are very active in the wintertime. I haven't seen anything in any of my pitfall traps. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Get this tree out of the way. The birch sapling. Sit over here. I want to expand the bees. So I have to expand this out. I think I'll just expand it over to that level. And that'll give me some more room. Because I want to start making a lot of use of the beeswax for sealing cracks and candles and whatnot. I want to make sure we have plenty of beeswax. And then honey for making goodies. I think these are all harvestable, but I'm out of cattails, so I can't make any more skeps. No, this one is still poor. So he needs to percolate. I think they're a little less active in the winter, which would make sense. But it is starting to get dark on me. So I did cut down this giant oak tree. Got a whole bunch of branches out of that, which was nice. So I need a whole bunch of dirt. I've got almost 1,000 dirt saved up. It's a flower, isn't it? No. Don't place over the flower. So yeah, I think I'll work on extending that. Might cut over a little bit and have some kind of stairway down. Some way to access that garden, but the general idea is I'm going to come out so I can get at least one more row of steps in this bee area, and I'm going to fill some of this in so we're not just going down and then up. Where can you go? Can you go over here? Sure. So it's getting a little dark. I'm going to grab some dirt. I've got skins on me. I need to get those in the... meant to put those in the leather working down here. Those need to go into the lime water. That's enough lime water. We got this one. Oh, those are pelts. Never mind. I'm a dummy. That's the pelts I picked up off the floor. They need to go up to the manor. So let me go up to the manor. It gets really dark here in the wintertime. I'm going to go to the manor and sleep. Grab a bunch of dirt supplies. And actually, I might smith through the night. You guys had enough smithing? It'd be boring if I just smithed here? I'm not sure. Maybe I'll leave that in. So I need some tools. I know I need a saw and a shear. And probably a couple of hammers. At least one hammer. I've got plenty of ingots. I just did another charcoal run, so I got plenty of charcoal. So yeah, I think we can just light this up and get to work. Also saw there's a mod that lets you repair your tools. So there's a ton of mods. I might do a like heavily modded series at some point, but this series is going to be not super heavily modded, just mostly quality of life stuff. A few little changes here and there. I liked primitive survival that I did in my last series. It just made it too easy. Like you're just swimming in food. It just takes any kind of a challenge out of it. So might look into tweaking that in the future. We shall see. One thing I missed too is the extra animals from all the different mods I had. All right, I'm gonna let that heat up. I do still have my my bismuth hammer here, so I've been using that. I've been going through a lot of hammers, just the crafting and then the quarrying and stuff. I'm going through hammers pretty good. I did make some more ingot molds, as you can see. In my health hammer mold, I almost forgot about. It is done. I made the mold, but then I've already got the ingots. I think it takes 2. So we've got the bismuth bronze for that. Yeah, these are almost hot. Excellent. Heats up in a hurry. Okay, we need probably a couple saws and a shear and then a hammer. That'd be a good start for these 4. And there we go. We want a saw blade. I'll do some actual honest smithing here. We'll see how my wrists hold up. Just need 2 more. All right, let's spin that around, and then we need to go to the left. Try the old Alt here so I can not click as much. Okay, then I need 2 more down at that end. There's also another mod, a smithing mod, that lets you recapture the unused bits and add bits and stuff like that. But again, I don't want to get too crazy on the mods that we're using. All right, let's do the split, and we need to split this guy off. There we go. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and make 2 of those. Let's do the auto and just see. It is a little bit quicker to do it this way. Saves a lot of the carpal tunnel issues as well. Hey, get in there. All right, we need some shears. To change the tool mode, you can just rotate the thing around. That's another option. It looks like do this. Yeah, and then I need to. I gotta remember how it works a certain way to like move stuff. I don't remember exactly how to move stuff. Need to move you over. You could move stuff, but there's a certain way you had to move it. Can you not budget up over? How does this work? We're in the piece here. It doesn't seem like there's any way to raise that up. I'm going to cheat. I'm a dirty, rotten cheater. Oh, I had that extra row on the side. I needed to bring that up. Because you can bring it up from the side, right? Okay. I see what I was supposed to do now. My bad. Oh, that might be getting too cold. I need a hammer, which I think might actually take 2. Oh no, it just takes 1. The Helve hammer takes 2. Barely got that in there. It's getting pretty cool. I'm very particular about where stuff goes, even though it doesn't ultimately matter. All right, we need some handles. So we got a new hammer, new shears, 2 new saws. A little low on general crafting supplies. So I'm going to have to grab those at some point. Can we? I think we can lean these up. We'll stick them over there for now. These are my new ones. These guys are just. I've got 2 durability on that one, 6 on that one. That's not much. We got 2 new saws. So we're all good. I also need to make some more shovels. I've been blowing through the shovels. Make about 6 shovels, which means we'll need 7 flint. Yeah, I could make metal shovels, but I go through so many of them. It doesn't take long to Nap these out. I'm gonna have to go get some food as well. See, my hunger bar is flashing at me. Let me nap these up and grab some food, and then we'll probably sleep through and do some more stuff in the daylight. Finish out this video by doing some terraforming. See you in a bit. Well, it's a beautiful winter morning. More snow, of course. 7 o'clock and solid cloud cover, so not much light. Apologize, but what are you gonna do? So I do want to keep some room around that, so we're gonna do something like this. Then it has to be kind of terraced a bit because the dirt will collapse. You play with soil instability and cave-ins enabled. That's the way I like it. So there's going to be a whole lot of this. Pulling in stuff. I need to get these flowers out of here because you can't place blocks on top of a flower. But we do need flowers for the bees, so that's fine. Got a bunch in the chest as well. And we're going to need a bunch of dirt. I'm going to rip this out. I'm going to get at least one block over so I can see where I'm at. Level-wise, it's going to be pretty boring and repetitive. Let me get some of that done off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, starting to make some progress. I had to go inside and get warmed up a bit. So I've got two different levels here, and I've got a retaining wall on that side. So, yeah, I need to fill all of this in. And then retaining wall wise, I'm gonna have to put one here. I'm not sure how I'm gonna tie that in, but let's get it over at least a bit. One thing you can do is just kind of keep plopping stuff down and let it fall where it wants to, and it'll get there eventually. It's not quite as precise. It will just kind of spread out. And spread out as you go. Downside is you get hurt sometimes. Taking a little bit of damage here from the dirt. And you can see it's not nearly as precise. You get stuff down here like this. So what do we need? If we're going to have that level, then we're going to have that level. It needs to be kind of stair-step like that, basically. That needs to come over, and then this needs to come over. Kind of a stair-step terrace here. And you have to build it up in layers. Kind of like that. And then you just you keep on building. has to come in there. Actually getting low on dirt. I'm getting low on food too. Let's grab that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come out one more, aren't I? Go grab some more dirt as well. Alright, let me grab some dirt, some food. I'll throw these flowers in and we'll get back at it. Daylight's wasting. Alright, I got more dirt. I don't have more daylight. Daylight's in short supply. I'm going to try to make do with what we got. So that will get us. And then, how far do I need? I need to just come out probably another couple. So this should be fine. Not you. Yeah, so I think that will be fine. Come out here, we can start. It's coming across. Let that fill itself in. I don't know if I have enough dirt. I dug up about 1,000 dirt. I'm not sure it's going to be enough. It'll be enough for at least the beehive. I may have to do the rest of the landscaping a little later. Poor sun. It's going down. It's going to be a little hard to see. Let me grab some stone fence. Some of that somewhere. Throw that in here. Yeah, here it is. Basically just need to pull the sides out like 2 more. It doesn't take a whole lot. If I had at least a flower, yeah, that's gonna be plenty. Pull it out like 4 more. That'll be plenty of room for what I want to do. Easy there. Got me. Let me throw my lantern on. I can see fine, but YouTube makes things dark, so make sure you all can see all right. That, and then I like having the fence like elevated. Hopefully keep the bears out. I'm assuming bears like honey, like Winnie the Pooh, but I don't really know. That's how it works in game. But that's why I designed this bee area. Apiary? Is that? There's a word for it, beekeeping. That's why I designed it this way, so it's a little harder to access, hopefully. There we go. 5 left over. Alright, now I need some wooden fence pieces. And I need some flowers. And I still need a whole lot of dirt. I could leave that hollow underneath, but with the soil instability, it gets a little tenuous. And I'd rather just fill it in. Actually, did I use wooden fence posts, or did I just use stone? Don't remember. It's been a while. Wattle fence is what I used. Alright, let's make some wattle fence. Oh, no, come on. Get up there. I don't know that I had any of that left over. Getting a little cold. So let's get the fire going. There's that. If I had any wattle fence, wooden fence pine. Rough hewn fence maple. Yeah, I'm not sure I have any wattle fence. How do we make wattle fence? Wattle fence. A knife and sticks. Okay. Easy enough. That and okay, let's throw that down there. Oh, I forgot to grab the flowers. So do I want to dig that up? That's my old. Oh yeah, I forgot. I made a path around this. Let's do that to match how we had it. And I'm out of shovels. I went through all those shovels. I got some hanging up though, so let me go grab those. I'm gonna get this path dug up, that path put back down. I'll get the flowers, and I'll probably go ahead and sleep through the night. We'll finish this out in the daylight. Well, these winter days are short, so the sun's just now coming up. I'm up on 6 in the morning, but I actually decided to leave this path here kind of down the middle, and then we'll just put flowers around these, and I think we'll be fine. I only had 30 flowers. That's enough. I didn't really do the math here. I kind of wanted to keep them all the same. I've got this heather flower everywhere, so I think we're going to be a little short, but this stuff is everywhere, so we can just go get some more. Not a big deal. And we have to wait for springtime to get some more cattails, probably. It's just it's so cold out. I don't really want to get in the water to get more of those. Now let's go grab some more heather. This stuff's usually all over the place and tends to grow in clumps. The bunny rabbit. Animals have been scarce. Wow. Wait a second. Where's my bunny? No way he just tanked a direct hit from a bronze spear. Bismuth bronze spear? Oh, there he is. He's in the snowbank right here. Gotta find him. Creature weight low. I'll take what I can get. Not much, but it's honest work. pretty much full up, aren't we? Yeah, here's some. Like, this stuff's usually all over the place. I have to offhand the lantern just so I can carry flowers. I've got too much stuff on me. The story of my loot game life. Actually do the math on how much more of this I need. We'll just grab this clump here. That will probably be enough. That's another 22. 23. Let's go for 24. That'll work. Snow is deep, but it also has pretty much all the water frozen over and then snow covered, so it makes for easy running. Probably just leave that gate open, but, you know, real life habits sometimes carry over. Find a gate closed, you close it back. There we go. Flowers galore. I almost feel like I should have made this one more out. That's because I have 2 there. Should I just go ahead, while I'm doing it, should I just go ahead and make it one more out? I don't know. This might be fine. It might also bother me enough that I need to redo it, but I think that'll be enough for this particular video. I'm going to be doing some more work here between the scenes. I need to get warmed up. It's flipping cold out here. I'm looking forward to spring. And, you know, getting some crops in. Feeling the warm sunshine. Put all that in there. See, I can throw the feathers in there as well. Or the feathers. The heathers. We're done with them. Got cold already, huh? Thought maybe we could still have a little bit of a spark there. Alright, I'm going to get warmed up by the fire. Thank you all, as always, for watching. Whoa. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.